What's up, guys? Welcome back to the JP and Trav show on the JP and Trav YouTube channel and also live from Travis's X account. As always, it's your host with the most, JP. To my right, I have my esteemed co-host, brother, and friend, Travis J. Davidson. Travis, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. Got done with a little bit of radio today. It just it just feels good to be able to take this weekend off knowing you're a lock for the playoff.
Mm,
Like you
mm,
can watch it stress free.
mm-hmm.
Like it's it's nuts to me. Like this is must Notre Dame feels this way often because they never have to play in a conference championship game. So
Yes.
like they're just always big chilling on conference championship weekend. But uh, no, it's a good feeling to be here at 10-2. Boomer Sooner 129 repping could be on any other pod, but chose the JP and Trav show. We know it'll be a little bit light in here tonight because our friends over at OU Insider, my coworkers, are doing their big shebang. I think Parker's already in a suit and tie, I believe. So, um,
Wow.
yeah. So we keep it casual over here. We're just going to talk a little 10-2 Sooner football. But I have been getting over a little bit of a cold. I'll be honest. So. I was staying over the weekend. I stayed at our buddy Paul's house, right? Paul
Yep.
Doobie. Well, we're there in the guest room, and it's old house. He owns like four houses in a row, rents out
Mm,
three of them, lives in one of them, but old house out in Faculty Heights. So I'm like, God, it is cold. I'm like, it's cold overnight. I'm like, man, it must be drafty or I don't know what's going on. So grab a couple blankets, whatnot. I wake up at like 6 a.m. Like it is cold. I'm like, man, what is going on? He's got the AC
yeah.
blasted. I don't know what's going on. So the next like 2 days later, I get a text from Paul, and he's like, "Yeah, sorry if it was a little chilly in there, but my brother-in-law stayed with me a couple nights before and left the window open by accident. Well, it got down to like 30 degrees on Saturday, so I have a bit of a cold that I've been fighting through. So but did radio today.
Yeah,
It
down
was
to
fine.
what?
Yeah, well, it was. I mean, you were Saturday night in Norman. It was cold.
Yeah.
So, anyways, slept with the window open all night. So quite cold, and I'm paying for it now. But luckily, I get to pay for it while 10-2, playoff bound, and wildly entertained by all the Texas fans that are making threats. Oh, it's the sanctity of the sport. The future of the sport hinges on the college football playoff committee putting in the best team in the country, which is Texas, blah, blah, blah. Look at all of our strength of schedule and look at our three top 10 wins. Don't mind our three losses we have, but three top 10, we'll cancel Ohio State, we'll cancel Notre Dame. Okay, do it. Do it. Oh, weird. Sark came out today and said, we will honor the Ohio State games and the Notre Dame game. Okay, well, then you were bluffing. Like, you were bluffing. They called your bluff. They put you at 13. Like, they don't care about your threats. You're big bad Texas. You guys are coddled, spoiled. Like, you guys think that pound your fists and kick your feet and get whatever you want, but it's not how it works, unfortunately. So, anyways, I know you were having fun with them on Twitter per usual. I can always
Yeah.
count on JP to do a little video, going back and forth with Texas fans, or even our own fans sometimes. Anytime I see a little selfie video of JP walking around,
Did your audio cut out by chance?
it's forth, showing back and forth. But how are you doing? How are you doing, my playoff JP friend?
I'm good, brother. I made it back home safely. Obviously, I was down in Oklahoma all last week and spent time with my family down in Ardmore, was in Noble. Got to hang out with Travis. Did a little double day action and everything. So good times for us. But got to be part of, you know, well for a long time felt like a lot of frustration rising up in Norman of just like, are we really going to do this? Are we going to drop this game? To complete elation um, when Satania caught that touchdown pass. knowing that more than likely the game was over because LSU was going to have to drive the length of the field. And we'll get into the full piece of the game here in a second. But I will say I was nervous after the kickoff. At first, I thought he was going to score, and then I realized we cut him off. But even then, I was like, man, like them having to drive the length of the field versus getting a short field is a completely different story. Do I still trust our defense? Yes. But it was like, oh, man, like anything can happen now, right? So, anyways, we'll get into that here in a little bit. But, yeah, it was a great time, man. And, yeah, I've been battling with Texas fans. It's part of my shtick, man. It's what I do. You know, I do it to antagonize them a little bit at this point. You know, I make a video and best believe there's going to be 10 Texas fans in the comments. Are you that pressed that you're making a video? I'm like, I'm a content creator, buddy. It's what they do. It's what we do. We create content. So thanks for driving it. You know, but.
They're a little bent out of shape, but I will be happy after this weekend is over and they know the bracket, everything like that. Like I'm ready for that to happen because, I mean, Jim Nagy said it himself today. Like he was nervous in that fourth quarter. He's like, man, what you can do with that playoff stamp next to your name, with that 10-win stamp next to your name, with this schedule, after all the national people, like that idiot Joel Klatt kept on, hey, with this schedule, I just can't see Oklahoma winning more than 8-9 games. I just can't see it because the schedule's so tough. And then Oklahoma wins 10 games, and all of a sudden, their resume is not as good as everybody else. It's like, give me a break, you know, Fox Network, just chill. But anyways, like I'm excited for the bracket to be done, everything to be done, so we can move on and talk about a specific playoff opponent. I mean, I think it'll be Notre Dame personally. I think when the rankings came out, I think the committee set it up nicely to where if Alabama loses to Georgia, they'll drop one. And then if they beat Georgia, they'll move up. So I don't think that there's a chance that Alabama comes to Norman. I think it's either Oklahoma going to Texas A&M or Oklahoma hosting Notre Dame or Miami.
Yeah. Yep. No, I can definitely see that. It'd be interesting to see and to talk about it as we wait for conference championship weekend. But man, we wanted to obviously start off the show by just basking in the glory of, as we talked about, being a college football playoff team. We're 10-2, man. Trav, I don't ever know if you found that clip, but Trav called this, man, early in the year. We'll have to maybe find it and put it out after this one. But Trav early on said, hey, I think we're gonna be 10-2. Like I think we have the ability to do that. I was saying 9-3. That was my record prediction. But Trav was one of the lone media guys that said 10-2. A lot of other people said 9-3 or worse. So
I don't know if my rationale was right on the money, but hey, you don't have to get the rationale right to get the pick right.
Yeah.
I probably was excited about Jaden Ott and John Mateer combining to be the best two, quarterback and running back in the SEC, and you win some, you lose some, but 10 wins. I'll have to go back and find that video. And I remember Kirby trying to mock me for saying, "Oh, Travis thought this was a 10-win team. You really still think that?" Yes, I did, Kirby. Yes, I did.
Kirby's not even in the chat. Kirby ducking smoke. Apparently,
he'll be here. He'll be here. It's still like he's West Coast time. It's still dinner time there.
He is West Coast. He's
West Coast.
So let's get into this, man. Obviously, so early on, this is probably, some people might say this is the biggest play of the game in general, but obviously
I think so.
That John Mateer, throws that of his interceptions. This was the most acceptable one because it was a bad bounce off of somebody's elbow. Now, when you get into like, was it going to be? I don't think it was going to be intercepted anyways. When you look at the all 22, which I've seen, or from the back end zone view, that Gabe and Teddy were showing, Javale was a little covered up, but again, you never know. It get PI, anything can happen, right? However, he throws an interception because it gets bad up in the air. Harold Perkins Jr. returns it to like the 4. And John Mateer, to his credit, pushes him out.
Made the tackle.
Gives this defense, this amazing defense, an opportunity. And Trav, it's such an inverse between last year and this year because like it seemed like when the defense would do something, right? Like get a huge play, the offense would mess it up the next play. Like that happened multiple times last year to the point where we were like, what is going on? Like, is there some voodoo going on in Norman? Now it's flipped because it seems like almost every time after something negative happens, this defense steps up. And so Peyton Bowen here makes potentially play a game because LSU get a lot of momentum going up early here and just bang, skies, man. Skies and grab that thing.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. The athleticism this takes is insane. I mean, they get exactly what they want. They sneak the tight end out behind. He is wide open.
Yeah. Why?
And he skies up, gets it. Crazy athleticism, crazy bunnies. And to your point earlier, I'm going to bring up a couple plays that shows the resilience of this defense. And not only when the offense screws up, but just the resilience of the defense, even when they screw up themselves. Tennessee was up 7-0 in Knoxville. They're on the Oklahoma 24-yard line. This is after David Stone had the hands to the face penalty to give them 15 yards. The minute to the OU 24. What happened in the next play? Scoop and score. 76 yards, touchdown. So you go from 15-yard penalty that's about to put, Tennessee up 2 scores, which this offense at Oklahoma can't really recover from that. That scoop and score happens. Against Alabama, Kobe McKenzie should have fallen on a fumble on the drive that Alabama was looking to go up, right?
Yes.
Well, what happens on the next play after OU screws it up? Eli Bowen, pick 6. What happens? The Isaiah Satania drop against Missouri on 3rd down, dropped it, short pass. Usually that's a bad thing. The next play, Isaiah Satania takes it 73 yards to the house. So the play later in the game, Reggie Powers gets a targeting call in the second half. The next play is the Jacoby Johnson interception. And then you just add this to John Mateer throws an interception, defense answers right back. So when you look at what this team has done, that's 5 different instances just in November of something bad happening that would usually derail a team.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, you're back in business. You're either scoring a touchdown. 3 of those plays resulted in touchdowns on the same play right after a catastrophic mistake. Right. So the resilience, I mean, it's a regular it's a regular occurrence at this point. It's incredible to see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts. And I just remember going crazy myself when that happened. I was like, man, how did this happen? How are we able to potentially even have this pop up, right? But yeah, Peyton Bowen, man, people have been I don't want to say talking crap, but people have been saying certainly different things about him, right?
5-star expectations, right?
Yeah.
5-star expectations. They expect you to be Caleb Downs out there every play. And the thing is, he was stuck behind Billy Bowman. He was stuck behind Billy Bowman, and now he's got an opportunity to shine. He's making the most of it. I mean, he's having a huge year and a massive month. So the Bowen brothers, they return next year. The defense is going to continue to be nasty.
Yeah, man. They are. They're not quite the Selman brothers, man, but they're making a name for themselves at the University of Oklahoma. All right, let's get to as rough as the offense was. They made plays that helped us win the game, obviously.
Yeah.
So this play right here, really what it comes down to, Trav, is a great play call by Ben Arbuckle, and finally Deion Burke showing us why he was coveted for us to keep this year, even though he really hasn't shown it that much And you could say that's his fault. You could say it's the fault of John Montero not finding him. Whatever you want to say, the reality is reality. But he stayed the course, been on the field, hasn't been hurt, been out there every week, helping the team in different ways, blocking different things. And
I mean, look at how well this is blocked up.
What'd you say? Go ahead.
I said, look at how well this is blocked up. I mean, look at them offensive linemen way out there. Fasusi's all the way down the field. Simmons all the way down the field. Fabechi right there getting him some. Like, look at Fasusi out there, out on the left side of the screen.
Yeah, he's trying to find work.
He said, bro, follow me. Follow me.
Yeah.
Now, Deion Burke's a little bit quicker than Michael Fasusi. He beats him in the race here. But, I mean, Fasusi's out there trying to find work. Like, I love that. I mean, Simmons is out there. Incredible. And that's what you want to see, man. Oh, what a photo right there. I'm
gonna bring it back. I wanted to point one thing out too, Trav. We have been not good at screens the whole year. And
no.
And this worked, yes, because it was cover zero. But here's why this worked. It's right here, Trav. Jaron Kanak, who has been a much maligned blocker this year. Let's be honest.
Yep.
He comes out and he gets his hands on this cornerback right here. I've seen time and time again. We have a screen, and if you look at it, a lot of times, like if we get a block of one guy, those screens could go 20, 30 yards. Like it's there. So it's not that like it's a bad play call per se. A lot of times when we have screens, because the look dictates it, is that the execution is poor. And we're missing a block on a guy that makes a tackle in the backfield, like would have tackled Deion right here. But instead, you have Jaron get his hands immediately on the guy who would have immediately been able to tackle him, and some poor screen recognition, yes, from LSU. But whatever. Like, he busts out the gate, and here he is.
Well, and Simmons and Fabechi getting upfield so quickly and getting to that second level, I mean, you can run it back. It's incredible. I mean, Jaron's just got to get a hand on that corner. But when he cuts that back and the linemen are already so far up the field, I mean, at that point, the defense is on its heels. It's got nowhere to go. It's got big bodies coming down the field. You know, safeties don't want to get, one-on-one with Fasusi or Fabechi. Like that, they didn't sign up for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, just a big-time play, and again, you brought it up, comes down to execution. Arbuckle's got so many of these called every game where you're like, just get your fast guys into space. Get your playmakers in space. Get Satania into space. Get Burks into space. These guys. And this is what happens when you get them into space. You get a guy that's just going to show them the taillights, man.
Yep. 100%. 100%. So, yeah, and this little wee at the end was cool. A little jump in the end zone. We were going crazy in the stands for this one, man, because it was like breath of fresh air. It's like, finally, we scored.
Finally. But that's what even like J.D. Piquel was talking about. It's like, he's like, this offense, it's got athletes. So, if you sleep on them, they'll hit lightning on you. And all of a sudden, the defense is so good. It's like, Oklahoma only needs to score like 2 touchdowns a game to win, which is crazy. 2 offensive touchdowns, 3 offensive touchdowns. And they're going to be able to win a lot of those games because the defense is so good. As long as you're good on special teams, not giving up, not turning the ball over, doing things like that, then you've got guys like Deion Burks and Isaiah Satania who can torch you quickly. If you just fall asleep for a second, then it could be lights out.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the pieces are there to be had. A lot of times, just like you said, poor execution. Sometimes we are, getting penalties that put us behind the chains. And that's a lot of what even this game was. Yes, John's bad interceptions, but just being behind the chains a lot due to penalties. And having 2 broken running backs. Now, Torrey, obviously, from the bottom half was great. Like when he got space and was in space,
right?
He was able to take off because his legs are fine. It's the in between the tackles type of running that Torrey really can't do because of his shoulder. And so it's like he can't do that. X can't really, be explosive right now because of his legs. So, we didn't mention Trav. Jaden Ott was on the field for that play.
I know.
What did you think?
On a play that you needed blocked up.
Not that he blocked anybody. When he trotted out there, I want to know. What did you think? What was going through your head?
I thought that I thought there was an injury that they couldn't like neither back could even walk. Like I thought it was bad news. Like
Yeah. Yeah. I was
I
in
thought
shock.
Gabe Sawchuk couldn't find his helmet.
Yeah. I was in shock. I was in total shock. I was like, especially after the week I was very vocal about Jade out last week, him not being on the field.
Bro, they heard your
Apparently,
rants.
the OU
They heard your
Athletic
rants.
account followed me on X.
Yep.
So I'm like,
Yep.
I'm like, hey, it's my
You're
responsibility.
made man. You're made man. You better be careful.
No. Oh,
They said,
no,
they said, watch this, JP.
but,
Money
yeah,
well spent.
he's not playing.
Just like Boomer
He's not
129
playing?
says.
What'd you say?
I said, just like Boomer Sooner 129 says, money well
Yeah.
spent.
Money well spent. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, let's move on to friend of the show, Grayson Halton, making a huge
This
play
was
here.
crazy.
Oh man, LSU's driving. This is probably the only drive that they have the entire game. They went on a little bit of a drive and they're doing some good things. I think this is the Trey Green, if I'm not mistaken.
6'7" tight end.
The Devon Jordan was in great coverage on, but he just made it better.
He's 6'7" tight end. I mean, it's just
what are you gonna do?
I mean, I don't know what corner is gonna body him up. Like it was just a great throw, great catch.
100%. So this is that drive, and so they're driving 2nd and 9, and man, Grayson just completely changes the course of this drive. Now, unfortunately, they ended up getting a field goal anyway. But man, like at this time, you're thinking, oh man, he might go get it, or he might intercept it. Didn't get to it.
I mean, what a big time play! Look at that penetration. Oh, he's so close.
Look how close.
Oh, he wants that one back. I mean, he damn sure ain't outrunning zero to the goal line. But
fast now. I think he ran like a 11 something in the 100.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, he's not going to get.
He's very fast for a defensive lineman. I'm pretty sure zero would walk him down, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Plus, you got that athletic Bauer Sharp over there, so. But what a big time
see how far he got if he did get it.
What a big time play! Fourth quarter, less than 10 minutes, tie ball game. They're easy field goal range. They're driving 2nd and 9. This is exactly where they want to be.
Yeah. And we'll talk about Grayson again on the last play, even though we'll highlight Peyton's PBU, but Grayson provided the pressure. His get off, Travis, he might have the best get off for a defensive tackle in the nation. And I don't think that's crazy to say. I know that's our guy, but I'm serious.
This is pretty nuts right here. I mean, for him to get that far upfield at that size,
yes,
on a play that they're really counting on. I mean, he basically beats the wide receiver to the ball, and he's got to go through an offensive lineman to get to it.
Look at him. He's already here. He's like, oh, here we go. I'm in your lap.
I mean, that's
with it.
I just wish he would have like taken that big paw and just smacked it all the way down the field. So at least they would have had to run backwards.
That would have been amazing for real.
Let's see
what they said. Gabe and Teddy spoke on this. Do you think that we'll talk about that later? Yeah. Grayson was a man on fire. I mean, BV even said it. Grayson has made himself some money this year. He's getting drafted. It's just going to be where at this point. Oh man. Yeah, he a talker too now.
He'll yap a little bit. Yap a little bit. But yeah, the redshirt thing is an interesting question. You wonder who all you'll see. I mean, it depends on the health of the running backs. I have it on pretty good authority that Xavier Robinson's going to be good to go. So I got that text today. So, anyways, you'll see what 3 weeks off looks like for Torrey Blaylock, and you'll see what else they want to do. Maybe Jaden Ott, the light bulb came on. He saw them score with him on the field. Maybe he thinks, oh man, I want to do that too. But they'll be better at the running back position. They'll be better on the offensive line. They'll have guys back. So I mean, I'm feeling good about the availability of the offense when it
Mm,
comes playoff time.
100%. All right, Trav. This is the play of the season because this is what basically cemented that we're going to college football playoff. As bad of a game as John Mateer had and the offense had, this almost wiped it all away. Not completely, because you still have to look at the totality of the game and be like, hey, we got to figure out ways to be better in the playoff, right? But
Yeah.
man, I wish I had a stadium shot, Trav, of when this ball hits Isaiah's hands and we know he's caught it. I
I
I
mean,
think Travis, I'm not even lying, and you can tell me if I'm being crazy. Like, tell me. I don't think from a visual perspective, I've seen like the fans collectively jump around like that since like Texas Tech in '08.
it was euphoria for sure. Mainly because again, like nobody, like
Like, look
everybody
at the
expected
crowd.
the offense to just fold. You're in the fourth quarter, you're down 3, like, and nobody's home. Like
Yeah,
I don't know what he was thinking.
wrong,
Just
wrong.
ran
We went a little
right.
tempo. We went a little tempo, so I think we
And I
had to.
think Oklahoma needs to stick with that. I remember I was yelling at them. I'm like, no subs, no subs, no subs, no subs, no subs, no subs. Like, stay in tempo. You're not, you don't want to sub your wide receivers anyways.
Yeah,
So why are you just subbing backs the whole time and
yeah,
tight ends? Like, no, leave them in there. Give them whole series and just run tempo. I mean, he's just, it's like he's catching a punt. He was amazed. He's like, what? Okay.
yeah, yeah. It was. I mean, I remember at this point, which you can't see it on the right now. Maybe I'll pause it later. But at this
We thought
point,
there was a flag. I was like, oh
yes,
man.
so did I. I was like, why'd they just stop? I was like, why is he wide open? But I was like, throw it, throw it.
Right, right. And good
See it.
protection. Look at the protection.
Beautiful. Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. Look at it. Solid protection.
Yep.
4-man rush, but John's got plenty of time. He steps into his throw. He sees it.
The funny part is, like, he doesn't, like, he just throws a 2 ball right to him. Like, there were some people that were like, he even underthrew that one. I'm like, bro, he's got nobody around him. Hit him with the football.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they, like, that's what they say when somebody's that wide open. Just hit him with the football. Like,
Yes.
don't worry about leading
Don't
him or
lead up.
anything. Like, just
Yeah.
hit him with the football. And he did. And the place came unglued.
Oh man. I mean, look, the crowd is crazy. Like I had a guy that I've never met in my life. Like I picked him up like he was a kid. Like I was so look at them.
I was just shocked. I was just like, I can't believe that we scored a touchdown. Like,
What was it like in the suite, Trav?
bro, it was dire for a while, and then this happened, and we're just pins and needles, pins and needles. I'm needing to leave for radio,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my god. I was like, I gotta see this next possession. Like, I have to see what happens.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man.
And luckily, Frank Wilson had already used 2 of his timeouts, and they only had 1 timeout for this final drive.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like you said, just a complete euphoric feeling. And then we get to when we could finally look at it and say, we're going to the playoff. Now, look, it's been told, Trav, that BV knew what they were going to run at this point. That he knew the look that they had, that he's told this players, hey, they're probably going to pass it. And you can tell, I mean, the linebackers don't even come off the ball hard here. I mean, look at Kip and Kobe. They are not
Right.
linebackers that are being aggressive.
Right.
They're sitting. And yeah, here again, like we said, oh man, I remember Grayson's get off here may be better than his get off in the jet sweep. Grayson's at the top right here, next to David Stone, in between Marvin Jones Jr. and David Stone. Watch this. Boo.
Yeah, he's forcing them out. Oh, and even if they catch that ball, he's tackled short of the sticks. Like
Yep.
Brent talked about watching film and watching for these fourth and specifically what they want to do on 4th and 2 and 4th and 3, and he's like, we felt great about it because we knew what they were going to do. And everybody who
Yeah.
talks about like sign stealing and stuff, this is what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Is they run through these scenarios, and right here, even if he catches that ball, he's got 2 guys right there. They're going to
Yeah.
plant him short of the sticks. Like
Eli and what, Kendall Daniels, is that who that is?
no, Daniels is up in the line.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Eli and Kobe right there. Even if, like you said, even if he catches it right here, he's still, 3 yards behind? Not behind the line of scrimmage, 3 yards from a first down.
Yeah, 3 yards short. Because
And
he's got to get
Eli, I guarantee you they're tackling him. Like, I guarantee you he's grabbing his leg. It's not going to be a bump. It's not going to be it's a I'm holding on to you for dear life. And then Kobe's going to come finish you off.
Right. And if you got a 1-2 punch there, I mean, Eli doesn't miss a lot of open field dudes, and then Kobe is ready to lay the smack down at any given time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they had it perfectly called on the defensive side. I mean, right there, yeah, you're going nowhere if you catch that ball. So, yeah, that was when the sweet, pure euphoria came.
Oh, man.
You know, I'm dapping up everybody. I'm going to, because every week I tell the guys, I said, you just got to win a football game. Nearly 1,000 football games. Like, all they have to do is go win one more. Like, let's go win a game. And I remember, like, after that play happened, I'm just shouting, "Won the football game! Just win the football game!" Like, just chest bumping people, and then I had to run to O'Connell's to get on air.
Yes.
That first 10 minutes of radio, I'm like,
catching your breath.
Yeah, well worth it though. Well worth it though.
Well worth it, man. And it was fun being in the stadium after the games, in the atmosphere. I got to say what's up to Grayson, man. He was ecstatic, excited. They was getting him in the locker room. He giving gloves to players. I mean, we got to see all the players walk by, BV. I mean, it was just a great culmination of everything that we've heard. Like, Oklahoma is the new Nebraska. Oklahoma it's going to take them years to get back to where we're at, or where we're at, where Texas is, right? Because everybody's, it took Texas a decade and a half to figure things out. And it's like, they were like, you're going to take that long too. And it's like, no, we're only going to take a few years. So sorry about you. And here we are, about to make a playoff, right? It took them forever.
Yep, exactly.
Back at it. So
yeah, and just that smile on Brent's face, tackling people. I mean, you could tell, man, he loves this shit.
Ooh, indeed he does. And speaking of, let's get into a little bit, and guys, feel free in the chat, talk, put questions in. We can all chat together about this, questions about the college football playoff, questions about different things, and then obviously we can talk about National Signing Day, and if you guys have questions about specific recruits. I'll be honest, again, this year I also wasn't necessarily super involved with recruiting like I have been in the past, with just paying attention to guys more in depth, specifically because I coached volleyball this year, and so most of that was, by the time it was happening, it was lost on me. But obviously, OU Insider is doing stuff with a lot of those recruits, stuff like that, and so feel free. Those are our friends. That's definitely more of a National Signing Day driven production. We're going to talk. We don't
want JP anywhere near recruiting after Braxton Lindsay signs with BYU.
Okay.
We gave him one job, and he could not bring him home. So
you can't. That he is a Mormon. I like that. I tried my best.
Oh, okay.
I tried my best.
Interesting. Okay. No, that's fine. If your best isn't good, something. I don't know.
Do you know Parker texted me like 3 times saying that like, hey, Nagy really wants Braxton. I had to tell Parker 3 separate times. I know he wants him, but I'm telling you right now, he's not coming. Like I know that family, and I know that as soon as he locked in BYU, it's over. I said it's over. I hate that. I hate it. Whenever fiber in my being, actually, I hate it. But that's little bro, so I'm supporting him on the side.
Didn't that punter that you knew, didn't he transfer to?
Yes.
Golly.
I didn't really know him though. Like he was one of my players, his her boyfriend's best friend. But I got to know him because he signed with Oklahoma, and he showed up at some of our graduation stuff that year, and so we chatted and stuff like that. But like, yeah, he ended up not panning out.
Wow. Interesting. Not a great recruiting track record. Y'all thoughts on Hawkins' dad's Twitter? Do y'all think it's a drama? Do y'all think? All right, go for it.
So funny enough, today, Travis, I have a call with a guy that he's doing the AD thing, which we know very well. He's trying to pitch me on this thing, this thing that gets everything, all your fans, coaches, players, parents, all on one app. It's called Ball Frog. Okay, so he's like, hey, let me get a 30 minutes of your time. I said, okay, let me hear what you got to say. I know some people that are using this. Go. And so he's got a Vanderbilt hoodie on. So I let him get through his spiel. And then at the end, we start chopping it up about college football because I know he's a college football fan, right? So he actually was the quarterbacks coach for Vanderbilt a few years ago. Stepped out of that to do this because it was more conducive for his family, but he still scouts for them. Okay. This is the guy. He looked like he looked like one of them college football coaches. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. He told me that he also used to be offensive coordinator at I forgot the high school, but it was high school in Texas. And he said, we're playing Allen, Little Elm, Denton Guyer, all these schools. And so obviously he knew I was an Oklahoma fan. So he started saying like, hey, you got John Mateer over at Little Elm. You got Michael Hawkins over at Allen, and you got Jackson Arnold and Denton Guyer or whatnot. And so I was like, yeah, we start chopping it up. And he's like, yeah, but all out of the 3, like I could tell John Mateer was going to be the best because of his fight. Like he was the guy that like he's Tim Tebow-esque in terms of his heart, and like that's who you want. You want a leader of men. Like that's who he is, right? He said he thought Jackson was pampered, and he said he thought that Mike was a little bit pampered, but not as pampered as Jackson, just because he said that he didn't like Mike Sr. and that Mike Sr. was very yappy, and that Mike Sr. is the reason that Mike transferred from Allen to whatever Frisco school.
Frisco Emerson.
Yeah, Frisco Emerson. And that he's been an issue in terms of like vocally over the years and stuff like that. And I was just like, that's interesting. And I didn't say much, but I just said that's interesting because there's been some chatter because he did say something after this last game on X. He kind of popped out, and it's caused some controversy. So it was just interesting that at a random, hey, I'm doing my job as athletic director in Indianapolis, and Mike Hawkins Sr. comes up from a guy that knows him from high school football. So
yeah, I mean, you know me, I love me some Hawkins family, and I think look, Mike Hawkins Sr. is a defensive back. Defensive backs will talk. You have to have irrational confidence if you're going to be an NFL corner, like irrational confidence. Yeah. And I mean, that's really a high level corner at anything, right? You look at Cortland always talking, you look at like, you have to have irrational confidence to be a corner, especially the higher the level goes. So you combine that with being the quarterback dad, it's got to be tough for him. Like, let's put ourselves in his shoes. His kid went out and played as a true freshman. Played behind a kid who, let's be honest, he probably shouldn't have been playing behind.
Yes.
and Jackson Arnold, who now will be playing at North Texas or wherever the hell he ends up, old G5 Jackson. And like, so he's got to watch, you know, watch the politics, because we know that there are a lot of politics involved, especially in the NIL world. Jackson Arnold probably was not the right choice last year at quarterback.
Mhm.
But Mike comes in and has 3 interceptions against South Carolina and immediately gets pulled. So, like, think of how Saturday went. The offense isn't moving. John Mateer has thrown 3 interceptions,
Yes.
and it's his 3rd year in the offense. Like, at that point, if you're Mike Hawkins Sr., you're thinking to yourself, man. Now the situations were different, obviously,
Yes.
but like, what's he supposed to think, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Like,
For sure.
and I was sitting there. Everybody called me out on Twitter about it when I was like, I would sit Mateer here.
I mean, I said it too.
Like, I was like, I would sit John, like, put Hawkins in. I just thought he could provide a spark. You know what I mean? And it's like, last year, South Carolina game where Hawkins threw those picks, we had like Bauer Sharp blocking Dylan Stewart. Like, it was bad.
It's dumb stuff.
And by the time Hawkins is even turning around, he's got pressure in his grill. Mateer had better protection. He's throwing it to the wrong guys. 2 of them were bad picks. One obviously was tipped.
Yeah.
But like, if you're Hawkins Sr., like, you just went through a whole year of watching Jackson Arnold get babied and treated like God's gift to quarterbacking because they had invested all this money and, ran off Dylan for him. So the politics were there. And then Mateer gets brought in, and, Mateer hadn't been lighting the world on fire, by any stretch of the imagination. He's only thrown for multiple touchdowns in 2 games out of 12. Like, it hasn't been great, but so I get where he's coming from. Now, will it rub some people the wrong way? Yeah, probably, but that's sports for you, and that's irrationally confident corners playing at the NFL level and then combining that with the love for your son. Like, that's what that's going to produce.
Yeah.
Now, is it helpful? I don't think so. But I mean, if you're the Hawkins family, I mean, somebody will pay you to go somewhere else if you want. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like OU has any leverage in the situation. Like, so that's where things have changed, and players families know that. Like, I don't know what it's going to look like for the future of Mike Hawkins at OU, but at the same time, like, how would you feel if that was your kid?
Yeah.
You'd be like, man. I
Yeah.
mean, we talk to players' parents all the time. They say, "Hey,
Yes.
man, like, man, this politics is going on. This guy's Nagy's guy. This guy's Bill's guy. This guy's Brent's guy. They've got this much money tied up in this guy, so he's got to play. They this, that, and the other. It's just so much BS now. And when a guy goes in, throws 3 picks, you have every right in the world to throw a fit on Twitter about your son sitting there cold on the bench, waiting to go in. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't think it's going to cause any craziness in the room. We're already to the playoffs. Like, and Mateer and Hawkins have been knowing each other since high school. Like, they used to train at the same place in high school. Like, I don't think it's a Mateer Mike Jr. thing at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't think there's anything to worry about. Like,
Yeah.
when I used to talk to DG when he was here, and like even talking to Bevel, like, it was like that quarterback room was the starter, the tall one, and the 5-star. Like, their nickname for Jackson, like their classification for him in the group was the 5-star.
The 5-star.
So it was like just ingrained in this, like, I'm the 5-star. I need to be treated, and the staff felt the same way. That's our 5-star prize quarterback right there, National Gatorade Player of the Year. So I don't know. I don't really fault parents for getting emotional. I don't know how much it helps, but I'll never fault a parent for getting emotional about, like, speaking their mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because because I was saying the same thing. Like a lot of people were.
Yeah. No, you're right. And I completely understand that too. When parents get emotional, I deal with emotional parents all the time as an athletic director. So I get it. And that I think a part of the reason, personally for me, why I've been able to have so much success and have good rapport with a lot of my parents is because I can understand, as long as they're not being crazy, I can understand, hey, you want to protect your kid. You love your kid. You want the best for your kid. Hey, so do I. I care for them, mentally, physically, emotionally. That doesn't
Right.
mean it's always going to show up in like, hey, that means they're going to get buku playing time just because, because every kid or every parent cares like that. You have to make the best decision. But no, I 100% agree with you on that. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like you said, it sounds like Mike and John are probably okay. But I mean, I'll be interested to see what that looks like post spring portal. I mean, I know that a lot of people want to compare Mike to Kyler, and you know, obviously he was at Allen at one time, and Kyler sat behind Baker for 2 years, and so it doesn't mean that Mike can't sit behind John for 2 years, but then that would theoretically be 2.5 years of sitting because he got to play half the year last year, would have sat this full year, and then if John comes back next year, which signs point to that happening, maybe it's next year, maybe it's an open quarterback competition. I don't know. Anyways, let's get into this college football playoff talk, man. As you said, Trav, there's been a lot of whining from Texas fans. If we just start there at the top, and if you're a Texas fan in the chat, come on in, ask some questions. If not, share with the Texas fan you know, tell them to get in here because I'm sick and tired of nobody cares that you guys lost to Ohio State. No one cares. That's fine. Like 14, it actually makes you look good. Like you lost to the number one team in the country by 7 points on the road. Like if you don't lose to Florida, you're probably a top 10 team. You're probably a lock. But instead, they're focusing on, well, why even schedule Ohio State? As if that's not helping them because they're the highest ranked three-loss team right now.
Well, and the thing is, what bothers me is you want the money from the big time matchup. You want the notoriety, the ratings, the marketing from the big time matchup. You want the recruiting boost from bringing kids to a big time matchup. You like all of that, but then you're gonna want the boost if you win that game. But you want it treated as an exhibition if you lose it.
Right.
Oh, we're being punished. No, this was part of the deal. You knew you could lose this game. It was never going to be treated as an exhibition. And people now saying, "Oh man, they're sending a message that, if we just wouldn't have scheduled them, we would have been in." Okay, fine. But then you don't get the rest of it either.
Right.
You don't get the rest of it. You don't get the the big time marketing all year about the game 1 versus 2 to start the year. You don't get all that hype. You don't get all the recruiting stuff. You don't get all the money. You don't get all those ratings. You don't get all that.
Right.
Like you don't get to puff your chest out to your A&M friends and say how tough your schedule is versus theirs. Like you don't get to do all that. Like no. Like the loss has to count. I'm sorry. And for them to ball up their fists and pound the table and say, "Well, we aren't going to do this anymore." Okay, don't. Duck the smoke in the non-con and claim you're just smart. But remember when we all made fun of Lincoln Riley for wanting to cancel Notre Dame USC? We're going to make fun of you too.
Yeah.
And you should be made fun of.
Yeah.
Because you can claim it's smart, this, that, and the other. Oh, we're going to bust down the door. SEC, man, we run the SEC. Oh, but what we're going to do is we're going to neuter our schedule because we don't think we're good enough to get in if we have hard non-conference games too. The thing is, Oklahoma, part of the reason they're the highest ranked 10-2 team is because they beat Michigan. Like you beat a ranked non-con opponent.
Yep.
And these games have been scheduled so long. Michigan has won a natty since our schedule. I know Ohio State did too, but like scheduling Michigan while they're in a natty run, like that's honorable. So,
Indeed.
they just want all the spoils of scheduling a big opponent to start the year, but they want it treated as an exhibition game if they lose.
Right.
And the issue is, yes, you've got a lot of big wins, but you have 3 losses. And you looked like dog shit on the road.
Yes.
You got blown out by Georgia. I don't care how many people want to say, well, it was a 4-point game late. I don't care. You got blown out.
Yeah.
You got 25. So, you needed overtime wins against Kentucky and Mississippi State on the road. You got beat by Florida on the road. You're just not a good road team. So, what's the committee going to do? Put you in as a 3-loss team and put you, going on the road again? It's just so Texas. It's so forget our losses. Only look at our wins. Why don't you want Arch and this big brand in your invitational? We'll take our ball and go home.
Yeah.
Do it then. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
You can take your ball and go home, and nobody will give a damn. You guys sucked for 10 years, and the sport went on fine without you.
Yes.
So, they're not going to bend over backwards to make sure that Sark, no matter how angry he gets on his media tour, that they're going to bend to him because they know he's bluffing. And then the Governor Abbott getting involved in it. Oh, look at Alabama changing the USF game. Oh, look at the side of things to come. College Football Playoff Committee, do the right thing and put Texas in. No, again, y'all suck for 10 years and nobody missed you. So, cool, cancel your games. Do one or the other. Today, Sark said, we're going to honor the Notre Dame and Ohio State series. Good. Then shut up about it.
As you should.
Shut up about how you're going to change your schedule moving forward because nobody cares.
Yeah. We don't. And that's what pissed me off and pissed a lot of other people off. It's not, oh, you guys have Texas fans in your mouth. You guys are scared. No, it's that you guys are being a whiny little, oh, we didn't get our way. So we're going to, like you said, take our ball and go home. We're never scheduling out of conference games again. And we're going to make the rest of college football feel that way because we're Texas.
Yeah, it's pathetic. I would be embarrassed. I mean, Toby Rowland on the radio.
That's what I'm saying.
Today,
yeah.
And he was he said, if I were a Texas fan, I would be embarrassed of my coach. I'd be embarrassed of that my governor's even getting involved in this. I'd just be embarrassed because you're supposed to be what was the phrase? The whatever University of Texas won't be left to the weak or the timid or something like that. And yet all you're going to do is try and bluff the playoff committee and bluff college football to be like,
right,
we'll cancel matchups. We'll do it if you don't bend to our will. And they ranked him at 13, and here comes Sark. No, we're actually going to keep those games on the schedule. Okay, cool. Well, then shut up. And that's the thing. Ohio State game, they still were in great shape. They were ranked, top 5 after that week or top 10?
Mm-hmm.
You were in fine shape.
Yep.
And then you played like crap for most of the year.
Yep.
Put it together for a weekend in October, played like crap some more.
Yep.
And then put it together against the Aggies, right? They didn't play that well against Vanderbilt at home. So it's it's just funny to me that, they can, but don't look at our 3 losses or how crappy we played on the road or anything like that. I'm just done. I don't understand why they could be proud of that. Why they could be proud of Steve Sarkisian going and their AD and their assistant AD going on a Twitter rant and media tour to campaign for the Longhorns at 3 losses to get in. I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what but yeah, let's talk a little bit about as Boom 129 said. He's like, man, we're just annoyed. All right, Boom 129. But let's talk a little bit about OU and the playoff scenario. Matter of fact, let me pull it up here for us just so we have it up as we finish our time here. And hey, we're not, we were saying we might be live. We're not doing half bad, Trav. We got about 1,200 people in here.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I mean, OU Insiders got 3.4. So, I mean, everybody doing well tonight. But yeah, so let's look at the college football playoff. Obviously, right now, they have us slated to play Alabama, but we all know that is not going to happen because either Alabama is going to win and jump up, or Alabama is going to lose, and again, we'll see kind of what happens with that. I don't think they'll drop out completely. Maybe they will, but they'll certainly be ahead of Texas. Texas has no path because the best 3-loss team at that point will be Alabama.
Yeah, the playoff committee absolutely built in a buffer for Alabama and moved them up when they beat a bad Auburn team on the road, and they wanted to spin it to be like, "Oh, it was a really impressive win." All right, because it was a rivalry win. They were up 17-0 and nearly collapsed. But I don't think there's a world that exists where Alabama comes to Oklahoma, because I don't think, as you look at that bracket right there, 7-10, that would be a rematch. 8-9, that would be a rematch. So, what are you really doing there? Why would you start your product out with 2 rematches from this year?
Yeah.
Right? With the losing teams coming to the winning teams home. So I think what's going to happen is if Alabama wins, they will jump up and they will push Oklahoma down probably to 9, and A&M will be pushed to 8, and Oklahoma will go to College Station. If Alabama loses, they will drop to 10, and then either Notre Dame will go up to 9 and Notre Dame will go to Norman, or Notre Dame somehow gets pushed down and they switch out Miami for them because they've got the head-to-head or something like that. I'm interested if BYU wins the Big 12, they would be slotted in theoretically at 6, maybe 7?
Yeah.
8. I mean, they already don't respect BYU for whatever reason. I think BYU should already be 11 or something. Or they're already 11, but they should be 10 maybe. I think they've got a better resume than Notre Dame. But but if Texas Tech wallops them, obviously they're done. If you're an Oklahoma fan, you're rooting for chalk. You want Texas Tech to win and you want Georgia to win. The weird one is you want Indiana to win. Because if Indiana pulls off the upset, then they take the number 1 overall seed, and the winner of Oklahoma's home game gets to play Indiana. Now, I know I annoyed your wife with this the other day, but even if Indiana beats Ohio State, I would still rather play Indiana than Ohio State.
Yes.
So I think that would be the ideal scenario. Indiana, Tech, and Georgia all win their conference championships. That would move Indiana up to 1. That would probably move Georgia to 2. That would move Ohio State to 3. And that would keep Texas Tech at 4. So then Oklahoma would probably have Notre Dame at home. And then you would play Indiana and then the winner of Texas Tech and Oregon to get to the national championship. That's the easier path than going Georgia and Ohio State on the same side of the bracket.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's what you're rooting for Sooner fans. You're rooting for Indiana, Georgia, and Texas Tech. That would give you the clearest path to the national championship and a home game.
Yeah. Chad, let me ask you this, man. What happens if Duke wins the ACC championship?
I didn't even know Kirsten was in the comments. It's funny.
Oh, what is she? What's she saying?
I would love to watch Indiana beat Oklahoma.
I'm sure if
I'm sure you would. I didn't even know you guys. I didn't even know. I do know you have that video game. We played in Chicago. So you can watch Indiana beat Oklahoma at any time. Just fire up the old Xbox.
Yes.
But yeah, I think
it'll be chaos in our house if that happens. We will be split very much.
Yep.
So.
It's going to be like was it Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn in The Breakup?
Yeah.
Put a piece of tape down the middle of the house.
Yeah, it will be. But anyways, what were you gonna say?
You were talking about if Duke wins.
Yes. Yeah. Duke wins. Because it's the 5 highest, right? 5 highest. So
5
Power
highest
4,
conference champions. Yep.
yes. So Power 4, let's take the ACC out of it. You're talking about Big 10, SEC, and Big 12. Okay. We know those 3 are in for sure. Now, what is going to be Tulane is going to be one potentially, right?
or North Texas.
Or North Texas. Then who else? Like who?
JMU.
JMU. So JMU would be in.
Yep.
So it'd be JMU and potentially Tulane or North Texas.
Yeah, we would have JMU against Oregon. Winner gets Tech.
That's nuts, dude.
And then Tulane, Ole Miss, winner gets
Oregon would
Georgia.
mollywop JMU, bro.
Oh, bro, it's this G5 stuff's got to go, dog. Like all this goofy ass, like, oh, we want everybody to have a chance. No, JMU they don't have a chance.
Not one.
Neither does two. Honestly, if those teams went undefeated or something and scheduled a P4 school and beat them and got into the top 12, then cool, put them in the bracket. Like, I don't want these participation trophy, just so they can feel all warm and fuzzy that they gave them a chance.
Yeah.
No, like, absolutely not. And also, they may have less of a chance now. You're telling me instead of just winning a one-off game, now they got to beat Ole Miss, Georgia, Ohio State, and Alabama, or like what? No.
Yeah.
I just think the whole G5 thing, really, the automatic qualifiers, I think, are stupid as hell.
Yeah, it's silly. It's silly. I get it from a certain standpoint. If they wanted to make conference championship games worth something, I don't hate it for that reason. But I hate that, again, you have to have a group of 5 champion or the fact that ACC is that bad this year, that should tell you everything you need to know. I mean, even people talk about Miami and everything. Maybe we'll whoop Oklahoma. Miami's not in the conference championship in the conference that has Duke at 7-5 in the championship game.
Yeah.
Are we being serious?
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, but it's so everybody can feel like, man, everybody should get a chance. Yeah, you do have a chance. Schedule P4 teams if you're G5, beat them, and then don't lose the rest of the year.
Yep.
So, just do that.
It's as simple as that. It really is. It really is. But like Trav said, I mean, we could be talking A&M. We could be talking Notre Dame. It'll be interesting to see what happens this weekend. And I don't think there's any way that Notre Dame jumps us because there's nothing that really changes from now. The precedent's already been set. I think that Notre Dame's not going to be ahead of us, so we're going to host.
Yeah, after dropping them behind Bama, like there's nothing that they can't improve themselves at all. And really, like theoretically, if Alabama were to win the SEC, like that would strengthen our resume more than anything because we would be the only SEC team to beat the SEC champion. So
I think the world in what we don't host is Trav said. Would you say if Georgia wins or no?
No, it's a very easy world. Like I think if either BYU or Alabama wins, I don't think OU hosts.
Yeah. A&M would potentially be sliding to the 8 spot.
Yeah, they would slide down because you would need to make room for Alabama. And Georgia's not going to drop behind like 5 or 6.
Texas Tech loses, they're not out either. Texas Tech will not be left out.
They won't be left out. They would go from like 4 to – they might drop below us, but I don't think so. I mean, they would have to drop all the way to 9.
Yeah.
Which, I'll tell you what, would be pretty fantastic getting to host Texas Tech, You think 08 vibes would be back.
Yeah. Now, they'd be mad about that. They'd say that they should host us, which I don't mind going to Lubbock at this point. I mean, after winning in
Lubbock's trash.
after winning in Neyland, though, I'm just saying from the, we're in the Big 12, it was like, oh, Lubbock at night. I'm like, after being in Neyland at night, that makes us look like,
I don't mean just for
maybe.
the football game. Like, I just don't want to go to Lubbock.
No, right. I understand.
Last place I want to spend a couple days before Christmas is in West Texas.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, everybody needs to root for chalk except for Indiana. Our rooting interests are Indiana, Georgia, and Texas Tech. If those three go down, Oklahoma's championship odds, I don't think it's hyperbole to say that they would skyrocket.
Yes. Yeah. I will. It's very easy, obviously, for me to root for Indiana. So I'll be doing that.
And that would put Georgia and Ohio State on the same side of the bracket.
Yes,
the two most talented teams in the playoff field. So
for sure,
we want that.
Yeah. Yes, indeed, we do. So
yeah, we ran these numbers up a little bit. Not bad.
No, yeah. I mean, we have 14. We have 14 right now.
That's not bad.
Hey, really quick before we go, I'm gonna put a poll out. I want you guys to know, those of you who follow us with us on YouTube, whether you watch later or watch now, our YouTube numbers have been down a little bit. And again, like I said, there's no consequence to me. Like we're on here popping out, having a good time. But what makes our visibility to you guys better on YouTube? Is it just that most of you now have gone over to X and that's an easier platform? Which if that's the case, it's fine. Or, are there things that make it more difficult on YouTube? Let me know, because I want to know. I want to make sure we're doing a good job and everything like that. But regardless, we still got 1,400 people in here tonight, which is great. A great showing for a live show. So
this spot out to the left on our dashboard, where it's like condensed.
Yeah.
That's new over the last few weeks. Is that our what we look like on
people on
YouTube Shorts or
it's like on mobile? Okay. If people, they can choose to do a portrait mode or a landscape, so that it's just they can choose what orientation they want.
Interesting. Sorry, we're having a production meeting.
X is just easier.
Les prefers YouTube.
Right, which is fine.
Les is a laptop guy, not a phone guy.
It don't matter either way. I mean, it's just we got 2,700 subscribers on YouTube, but some of the we may have only 120 views on our YouTube stuff, which is, again, I don't care. I'm just wondering, because again, I know that we will have 1,000 plus typically live, specifically on X, which is great. Love that. And if X is the platform everybody wants to go to, that's fine. Don't care. Why do I look like one though? I don't think I do. Just because I had some tight pants on the other day. Calm down. All right.
But that's funny. That's funny. But yeah, I mean it's the YouTube's down a little bit. The likes, we got to get the likes up for sure.
Yeah.
But
that's right part of it.
But yeah, obviously the putting it on X obviously has been good. Can we I don't know, you have TikTok, I don't. Do people go on TikTok live? What do you add this
we
stuff
could
to?
look at it, but you know what I did find out? I found out that I have been posting some on JP and Trav on TikTok. I need to do more, but I had posted one of my videos that I put on X the other day on TikTok, and I mean it didn't blow up, but I mean you got 4,000 or 5,000 views, and then but I've also had people popping up on my For You page on TikTok that talk about Oklahoma, and I'm like, oh, there's an Oklahoma niche here. I didn't know that. So
we can go on Instagram Live. That's crazy. And Facebook Live, man. We're gonna add all these things.
Right, just have them all right here. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, let's load them all up. Well, we'll get that. We're gonna get that going for next week.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I may put out a poll. What's your preferred method? Or even shoot, there's anything you'd like us to do more on the show. Again, we've never been we're gonna do all the bells and whistles type things. We enjoy talking football with two buddies that enjoy that, and you guys know you've been around us for a long time. We're casual, whatever, but we do care about doing a good job too. Like we just get on here and half-ass or anything like that. So, just let us know if there's anything from your brother's perspective that, hey, I'd like to see this, or this would be cool, or bring back. I know we haven't done this or that in a while. If you're mad at us because we haven't done this or that, let me know. You know what I mean? So, but I appreciate you guys. I know Trav does too. And man, it's what a year for us, man, to be able to go to the college football playoff. And we'll be back here next week talking about and discussing who we will know for sure will be playing.
Yeah, we'll discuss the bracket
next week. So,
and honestly, we'll put it out on Twitter, but top 10 plays of the year.
Ooh,
let's do that next week.
That's good. I like that.
Let's do.
There we go. Top 10 plays of the year next week, and we'll look at the playoff bracket. Yeah. So make sure and either DM us on Twitter, or we'll put up maybe we'll pin a tweet on our page that says like, hey, make a list of some of your favorites, top 10 plays, whatnot. Will OKC lose another game this NBA season?
I don't want to see this.
Man, I don't know.
I don't want to talk about the NBA.
21-1. 21-1. Yeah, I'd have to look at the schedule to determine whether or not they're going to lose another one the rest of the year. I'm not sure they're gonna finish the next 60 games scot-free, but they will be favored in all 60, which I guess is interesting to think about. The world champs already outpacing themselves from a year ago. Sorry.
Stop. Oh my gosh! I knew.
I didn't mean it, but
okay.
Yep. So next week, barring any catastrophic injuries or anything, we will be here going over the top 10 plays of the year for our Sooners, offense, defense, special teams, anything like that. We might maybe we'll get, I don't know, maybe we'll do a top 10 draft or who knows what. But we'll talk playoff bracket, and we're gonna add my Instagram to this to go on Instagram Live. And then JP, you on Facebook?
I am on Facebook.
Okay, well maybe we get Facebook going too. We're gonna be all over the place. I just clicked this button and I was like, you can add all kinds of stuff. Are you on Twitch?
I'm not on Twitch.
Or Kick? What's Bright Cave or Hoppin'?
I don't know. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't even see
LinkedIn. We stream this on LinkedIn.
That's crazy. They used to not have. They used to just be YouTube, Facebook, or X. They didn't have Instagram. I see it now. That's dope. Yeah, we definitely do that.
Yeah, we'll be on my Instagram next week too. Get it in. Cool. So, all right, top 10 plays coming next week, and playoff bracket as we go right over 1,500 people joining us live here. So.
Love it.
It's always hard to ramp up to over 1,500 and then end the chat, but
I know. But hey, all right, we appreciate y'all. Y'all can always go back and see what we talked about, the ones that are coming late. But
yep. So I got an early morning setting up for the OBCA, Oklahoma Baseball Coaches Association Winter Clinic tomorrow. So I'm going to continue to get fluids into this cold, and gonna wake up ready to yap for another few hours tomorrow.
Yes,
like I do every day.
Go rest, man. Go rest and feel better, and good luck at that. But for the rest of y'all, we'll see y'all later. Hit the like button on your way out. Boomer.
Sooner.